Right, I have no idea if this recording is going to work because I've not rebooted the computer for a while, so shadow play is almost certainly going to fuck up. But I've just made an unexpected discovery, which is that there is lensing distortion around neutron stars as well as black holes. I'm currently making my way through a smallish neutron star field. This is about the fifth system I've been to with a neutron star in. So the neutron star is selected there. So it is Lychoitl RZ-O E6-1494, and it's the only star in this system. It's the only thing in this system. Now watch the star field as we go past it. That is definitely distortion around it. Now I did not know that neutron stars had that same like lensing distortion effect as black holes did, but clearly they do. So that's a bit of a discovery. I was not expecting to see that at all. So, oh, hang on, no, that's my next destination. There is the neutron star. We'll just check it as we go past here. No doubt about it. And because the star field is so dense behind, we can see it. Now, obviously it's nothing like as strong as the distortion and that around a black hole, but it is definitely there. So, well, let's head to the next system. This one also has a neutron star in it.
Drive charging.
Oh, fag's gone out. Surely it's not going to happen to one and not in another. But, well, we'll take a look anyway. Well, we saw some distortion there as we approached it. I think that's it there. Yep. So we'll scan it, see what else is in this system. 5, and they're all planets. See what they are, if they're worth bothering with. They're all a bit far, or further than I would like anyway. So let's see if we get any. Yeah, there is distortion around this as well. Nothing like as much as the last one, but yep, there it is. So again, distortion around the neutron star, so it must happen all the time. So, well, there you go. I had no idea that that happened, but clearly it does. I'm not going to bother scanning any of this. Now that's the system I've just come from. There's another neutron star not too far away from where I am. Is that a new one? Yeah, that's the one that I saw earlier. Those two I think I've already done. Nope. What about you? No, I haven't done that one either, so I'll do those two next. It's just 40 light years away. It's just 2 jumps. It shouldn't take long. It takes longer than it fucking should have. So anyway, there you go. So a bit of a discovery. I'm quite surprised about that. So right, back when there is something to come back to. Right, still in this neutron star field. There's another system with a neutron star and a few planets. This planet that I'm approaching is something I never thought I would see in the game. Once I've scanned it, I'll show you. In fact, you may be able to see it when the scan is starting. You may see already there is more than one moon orbiting this planet that we are coming up on, and yet this is not a gas giant, this is a rocky planet. Now, several videos back I pointed out that I have never seen a rocky planet that had more than one moon, and I was asking people if they'd seen one to let us know. So here we are, high metal content world, and if we look at the system map, 6 moons orbiting a rocky planet, so they do exist. It's hard to believe. And this one, this is all firsts, including a neutron star. I can't believe no one has been here before. Well, I'm getting first in the system with a neutron star, so yeah, that's the neutron star there. Should get the distortion as it comes past the star field. Yeah, you can see it slightly. It's not particularly prominent, but then that's no surprise. This isn't a black hole we're talking about. But nevertheless, distortion around a neutron star, something that up until tonight I had no idea that that happened in the game. So that was the first new thing I found, and the second one is I finally found a rocky planet that has more than one moon, has 6. So there you go, a couple of real firsts. Right, back when there is something to come back to. Right, next clip, and this system up ahead has really caught my eye for a couple of reasons. Firstly, you can see there's a bit of a halo effect, and if we go into the galaxy map, we can see the halo effect there. We'll see it better if I turn all the stars off. There it is. Now the star is a protostar, so it's a Tauri. But look at the designation, E short DL-Y G7. So there's none of the A to E, this is G. That has to be something considerable, and obviously considerable solar mass. And the last time I saw that halo effect around the planet, or around the system rather, it was near the Coalsack Nebula, and there were 3 black holes in it. Now surely a designation that ends with, or has the G designation as opposed to the standard A to E. I'm very confident there's a black hole in here.
2, 1, engage.
Now obviously I plan to visit black holes. I plan to see 4 of them. So this is an unexpected one. So there's a Tauri in front of us. Objects, but what are they? One's a planet. Oh, you're joking. All that, and it's just 3 fucking Tauri stars and a gas giant. And that second, or the gas giant, is a long way away. It's either 13,000 or 23,000, so whatever it is, well, it's not important. Well, what a fucking letdown. Well, I can't believe that 3 Tauri stars are producing enough solar mass for this G7 designation. So this seems to be a flaw in my theory regarding that A to E designations there. I can't believe that Three-tailed tower has you know, such a huge solar mass that it's producing all of this lot. That's a pisser, that is. Now there's another neutron star. There's a few. I haven't done that one down there, I haven't done that one there. Well, I'll do a couple more. I don't really want to keep scanning neutron stars because they're really holding back my progress. I'm determined to get to the Lychoitl Nebula tonight. Well, I'll say tonight, it's 10 past 1 in the morning. I am now 18,135 light years distance from the start, 5,369 systems visited. Total height space distance 168,001. So another 499 light years, and then my well, I'll have done 20,000 on this trip. Oh well, that system was a massive disappointment, so I'll be back when there is something to come back to, and hopefully this time it really will be something worth coming back to. Next update, and we are in the Lychoitl region. In fact, I've been in the Lychoitl region for a while. This is about the 15th system I've been to within it. And more importantly, I am 23 jumps away from my first intended destination, which is of course the Lychoitl RZ-O E6-1494 Nebula with the black hole in it. And unlike a certain system that ended up only having three-tailed towering stars in there, this one I know has a black hole.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So that should be something quite impressive, because of course, as well as the lensing distortion of the Nebula, and we've seen what that will be like because of the trip to the Eskimo Nebula, but it's also going to have the lensing distortion of this extremely dense star field. So it should look pretty good. So I'm quite keen on seeing this. Now, I mean, obviously when I first set off on this trip, I had no intention of going to this particular nebula. I didn't know it existed. And it was blind luck that I even found out that, you know, it was out there. I was looking through Alpha November's videos, and saw that and thought, let's just check the galaxy map again, saw that and or rather I saw the thumbnail and I thought, that doesn't half look familiar, thinking that he had gone to Eskimo Nebula. It had only been like a day or two since I had done it. So I played the video, and of course no, it wasn't Eskimo Nebula, but it looked identical, which initially pissed me off because it meant that again Frontier Developments were using the same fucking template for multiple nebulae. But then as I watched it, obviously it's very short, Alpha November's videos are straight to the point, there's none of this waffle that you get with mine. I thought actually this does look quite impressive, and again because of the very dense star field behind it. So I checked to see if it was on the way, and okay, it's a little bit out of the way, but not too much. So I thought, fuck it, made a note of it, and well, it's the first of my 3 known destinations that I'll be visiting. So 23 jumps before I'm there. I can do that tonight. So my plan of getting there on Monday night, well, I guess you could say succeeded. Technically it's Tuesday morning. It's 20 to 4 in the morning. Which means technically I'm now into day 9. But covering that much distance in 9 days, I'll certainly take that. I did not think I would have made this much progress in 9 days when I started doing this. I mean, I'm up to 18,940 max distance from the start. Systems visited up to 5,406. Total height space distance is 169,093, which means I've now done over 20,000 light years on this trip alone. So yeah, it's doing okay. Of course, we are now back to the insanely dense star field. The most amazing thing about this is the fact that every single one of those stars is a system that you can visit. Although you would have to have OCD beyond description to want to visit every single one of them. And then when you are faced with the realization that you could not visit every single one of them in your own lifetime, that would probably cause you to go insane, if you weren't insane to begin with. Anyway, I think that's enough waffle for now, so I'll be back when there is something to come back to, which is almost certainly going to be when I'm about to jump into the nebula itself. So
fuel scooping.
Back in a few. Okay, unexpected update. Here we are in Lychoitl CB-X F1-401, and I have found a star type I've never seen before. A Herbig AE/BE star. It's a type of Tauri. It's very young, but it's also spinning relatively quick. I have found stars that spin faster than this, but it is going at a reasonable rate. But actually, the more I think about it, I think I have seen one of these stars before, but yeah, only one. Right, well, the last part came to a very sudden end because shadow play stopped working. It better work now, because this is the last part of this video. As you can see, we're here. Lychoitl RZ-O E6-1494 is dead ahead. It's our next stop. So let's go in.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now it looks like there are 2 objects in this system. The black hole is one, and I think it's a class F star
4,
as well.
3, 2, 1.
But I don't know what will be the first thing that we arrive in front of the arrival point. It should be the black hole, but well, stranger things have happened. It is. Where the fuck is it? There it is. So we are so close to it. We're still moving towards it, even though I've slammed the brakes on. So So let's get away from it and try to view it from a safer distance. I don't want to get too close to it straight away, so I use the old Discovery scanner. So there is something else here. I should have guessed that from the fact that there's a fucking orbit line. So we are seeing, as predicted, a good amount of distortion. Mostly from the starfield rather than the nebula. One thing I can certainly see is that this black hole is nowhere near as big as the one in Eskimo Nebula. But I look at all that. Don't really need to say too much. The view says it all. I do rather, well, I don't have to take a screenshot, but I would like to. So let's bring it back. So I want to have it going past the dense starfield. Well, we finally made it to the first planned destination. So actually let's go and 14,672 towards the star there. I've no idea where the black hole is. I'm hoping it's behind me. Yes, I think it is. So that's one down. 2 planned destinations to go. Now there is no shortage of light to light up this nebula. The trouble is there are so many stars in here that it's not quite so easy to see the nebula as it was when this template was used for the Eskimo. So although it's brighter inside, it's not so easy to see. I mean, it's not as if you can't see it, but you just can't see it quite so well. But nevertheless, a nebula with this many stars around, that is quite the sight. Now this is the last nebula that I plan on visiting on this trip, but that doesn't mean there won't be any more. I just don't know which ones I'll be encountering. I think there are a couple more that I'll pass on the way to either Great Annihilator or Sagittarius A not out. And of course, who knows how many I'll pass once I carry on going after I've been to Sagittarius A not out. So I'm certainly not saying this is the last nebula I'll be visiting on this trip, but it's the last one that I planned to visit But then again, I only plan to visit 2 anyway. Lagoon, which seems like a fucking age ago, and this. I'm going to get closer to this star so I can fuel scoop from it, and then I think we'll take another trip back to the black hole and see how it distorts from a distance, what it's like doing the run towards it. Now this, believe it or not, is the first time I've been in a system where the black hole is the primary star, and it's the one that you appear in front of when you arrive in the system. But all 3 of the systems that I plan on visiting on this trip are going to be like that. So we've had this one, Great Annihilator is the next. And obviously Sagittarius A star is the main one, but those 2 again, when you come out of hyperspace and arrive in the system, you are right by the black hole there. Or in the case of Great Annihilator, there's 2 of them, even though there shouldn't be. But I'll go on to that when I arrive in that system. Now once I've fuel scooped, there's a couple of things I want to check on the galaxy map. And the area is getting a lot darker now that we're approaching the star. Yeah, you can't even see the nebula. Well, you can, but only just. Oh, bollocks, I'm overshooting. There we go.
Fuel scooping.
That's what I want to do.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right. Now, before I turn back to actually take a look at the black hole from the distance, just get away from
Fuel
here.
scoop
That's it.
disengaged.
Now, let's take a look at the galaxy map. So, that's where I am. So it looks like I'm fairly close. That's where all my ships are. So, my mining ship, fuck it, let's get all the stars up, is here, so 19,512 light years away. My ASP, Diagonji, 19,526 light years away. Is that all? So there you go, in the flash, that's how much distance I've covered. So let's take a look then at how far we are from Great Annihilator, my next planned stop. 3,941. That's not bad. I could get there tomorrow if I really cane it. And then the big one, $6,803. So that is bloody close. And more faggots on the keyboard. So, I mean, I must be, well, even at my current rate of exploration, which, as I say, has slowed down a lot, I must be 3 days tops. Can't be much more than that from Sagittarius A star. And in a way, you could say that my the real exploration starts then, because after there I really do have absolutely no idea of what will be coming my way, but I will be carrying on going. So let's head back towards the black hole. I mean, there is no doubt this black hole is a lot smaller than the one in Eskimo Nebula, which is disappointing. I was hoping it would be at least the same size. But I mean, you can see there is distortion there. It is distorting the nebula cloud behind it. Nowhere near to the extent that the Eskimo Nebula black hole does, but we are still, you know, over 13,000 light seconds away, and the effects can be seen. So the last thing you could say is that this black hole is a disappointment, but I was hoping for a bit more. Certainly can't deny that. It is a real shame that in this nebula, just like the Eskimo Nebula, there's no planets. I knew there wouldn't be, but it would have been great to have some planets within this nebula, just to get a, you know, a really good look at the colours, the contrast of these sort of like reddish, orangey brown, and the greenish blue of the clouds. But at least the dense star field there means that we get to see an awful lot of lens flaring and light distortion there. You can certainly see how large the area of effect is, bearing in mind that the black hole itself is just a tiny little dot within there. I mean, okay, it's not the largest one I've seen, but because of where it is and the amount of lensing you can see from it, which of course entirely because of where it is the most impressive one I have seen so far. star field there. Well, there you go. So that is the Lychoitl RZ-O E6-1494 Nebula and the system within it with the black hole. And that brings the first part of this exploration trip to an end. So, next planned destination is Great Annihilator. And in the meantime, it's time for me to put all these clips together. So, yes, that brings this one to an end. I shall be back when there is something to come back to. And in the meantime, go away. Just one quick addition before I definitely do end this video. That is, I forgot to show the galaxy map for Lychoitl RZ-O E6-1494. But you can see that the black hole is quite small for a black hole, but more importantly you can see that it was Alpha November who was the first to scan this system, or at least he scanned the black hole. And indeed it was Alpha November's video that got me to come out to this particular system. I saw that and I thought, well, at first actually I was pissed off because it looked identical to the Eskimo Nebula, which I had only just you know, gone to on an exploration run. I think it was the next day that I then saw his video. But then I thought that, well, since it looked so good in Eskimo Nebula, I wanted to check this one out, because with, as well as the nebula cloud, with that many stars there, the distortion and lensing from the black hole should look pretty impressive. And it turns out that is indeed the case. It also turns out that he didn't scan the class F star. So if I manage to get this back first, he may find himself having to share the complete scan of this system in terms of firsts with me. So I'm sure he wouldn't really fancy that, but oh well, he may need to. But definitely major props to him for you know, finding that system and being the first to scan the black hole in it. I mean, to have a first when it's the only system within a small nebula, now that's proper exploration credibility, that is. So yep, well done on that. And who knows, maybe I might get a bit of a share of the credit because I scanned the star as well. I doubt I'll get back in time. I'm sure someone else will come along and either steal it, or they've already done it and they're already on their way back or something. But well, I can give it a go anyway. Right, that is definitely it for this video. So yeah, I'm now going to splice all this together, and I will be back when there is something to come back to. And in the meantime, now go away.